Wait, what? It actually saved with exactly what I had done, and I'm shocked. I really am. I thought I had a pattern down here. But, on down to... What have we got here?
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers. It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers. Maybe not. Maybe not. I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike. It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer. Maybe not.
So this is what really bugs me about that cat jump scare. This guy has been shedding pieces of his costume as we've followed him. And yet they couldn't have, like, the discarded mask in the can or something? That'd be a cat?
Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that.
Well, he probably is trespassing
Keep
at
your
this point.
distance, monsieur.
Okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
What? Who they? I don't even...
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu. That is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu. Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type. Just like you.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, hey, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
Yeah, same difference, really. I mean...
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Bravo! Huh? You need some sensible boots. You won't get far with those stupid sneakers.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
What?
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
Okay.
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
He wouldn't have, no.
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
Wait, I know.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
How are we ever going to outsmart him now?
What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Indeed.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Tell that to him.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no. He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Even if that's a euphemism, dear God.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
I have one just the same as that, monsieur. I will fetch it if you like.
No, don't bother.
Oh, it is no bother, monsieur.
Nah, forget it.
Just trying to be helpful, monsieur.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Yeah, it probably leads us out to where we borrowed
So
the...
the clown had escaped into the sewer, come up into the courtyard, and then slipped back into the
street here. It wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got.
I'd like to return this, but... Hey, we've actually got something now, so...
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Hello? It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there. But who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
What's this here? Oh, that is sit down at desk. Well, I have just had riveting sitting downness. Ah, this.
The box was one of the few things my father left me. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's. The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The box was one of the few things... The elephant...
I didn't
The box
think
was one
so
of the
mu-
few
think
things
so
my
much.
father left me. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match. It was the beautiful elephant my father had carved. The box was one...
No chance, but...
No. 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 It was the beautiful elephant.
We've got this box, and we've got an elephant. I'm assuming there's some way to get it open with the elephant. There must be a key inside, but... I may be overthinking this. How do I get her to have the same idea I do?
It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
With your fingers over the lens slightly.
You have no messages.
Oh.
No, I'm not giving up.
My first Teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him.
For a moment I was worried that truck was going to hit her.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me. and going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous. I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Go this way? So which is hers? Ah, the Rouge.
So, where had my pretty new cousin hidden her little bug, eh? I was going to have to search everywhere. My first teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him. Undisturbed. No bugs there.
Right, she can't look at it while she... Yeah, I guess she has to get under it.
No bug. Just a 20-year-old piece of gum.
Ugh. You can stop looking any time now.
The phone was the obvious place to look for a bug, but this handset hadn't been opened for years. Besides, they would have just bugged the line. It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me. They hadn't placed the bug on the photo. No messages for me. No one had hidden a bug on the machine.
Oh, check this for bugs?
No, I'm not giving up.
Seems kind of...
The box was one of the few
Stupid
things my
place to
father
hide a
left
bug.
me. The elephant on the lid, but that small metal disc underneath it in the chest was a recent addition.
Aha.
Oh, chère cousine. You left me a little present. You shouldn't have.
Seems an awfully impractical place for a bug.
You don't scare me. Espèce de...
We don't suddenly have a hammer in our inventory now, do we?
I had decrypted the Pierre. Full report. This is not a take, Greg. I wasn't the only... I'd been right all along. That was why he had asked to meet me.
Because now all we've got to do is go out and explore. See what she can make of the crime scene that George couldn't.
The door was locked.
Of course. Is that the same guy or a different
Hello,
one?
could I ask you some questions?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
It's late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story.
Just being random here.
Do you like this coffee?
It's the kind of thing you pick up for a couple of euros at Les Puces de Saint-Ouen.
Clearly a clever judge of character.
Do you know this man?
He looks like a nasty piece of work. I had an uncle who was with the fascists, but we never talk about him.
What happened to him?
How should I know? We never talk about him.
I like how she went kind of wide-eyed there.
Have the police finished with the crime scene?
What does it look like? I got orders to board up the windows, and that's what I'm doing.
So the body's been removed?
I certainly hope so, or it'll stink to high heaven when they take down these boards.
Shouldn't you check?
Are you kidding? They don't pay me enough to put up boards, let alone check for dead bodies.
I like this guy. I hope he's a recurring character.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
The heroes will pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
Did I distract him?
The police had removed the body, but nothing else looked disturbed.
Except for the mirror. Which we disturbed.
A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes. Behind the table were some damaged pipes.
And that symbol.
Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence. Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. I was on the right track. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. Inside the pouch were two items. A strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code. The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie. Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Carchon.
Don't tell me we have to do this again. I really don't want to do this again right now. So we're not going to do this again right now. I'm gonna take a break for a minute. But at least now I just know, figure out what's E and go from there. So, actually knowing that, it shouldn't be too hard, should it? No single letters. Symbol appears with... I might actually think that's N. Just because it seems to end a lot of words. Could be wrong. Ah! So that can't be E because, I don't know. There's 2 points of that. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a little go. Except that's got an apostrophe, so it's probably an abbreviation, which means that's not A. I mean, it's O. T. Why can't these people just use the same cipher instead of the same cipher system? Yeah, let's just get this out of the way. Good point. What was her name again? I'm gonna need paper or something for this. Possibly, or a notepad document off to the side. We'll get around to this later. Bye, everyone.